Hello students, in the previous lectures we have discussed about the characteristics of some alkali metal compounds, okay, right? And now we are going to see the next topic, that is anomalous properties of lithium. Anomalous properties of lithium. Anomalous means very simple, you just remember it is a different properties. It shows some different properties with the corresponding group elements. Okay, so what are the first year group of elements? Generally that is a lithium, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, strontium, okay, rubidium, cesium, right? Here the thing is that, yes, so here the lithium, this lithium, the upper one, this is a second year group of element. Okay, this is a second year, this is a second period element, second period elements. Okay, so generally the second period element shows some anomalous behavior with the corresponding group elements. Okay, very similar here. Lithium shows some different properties from the sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay, similarly come to the second year group, there is a one more element, that is a beryllium. Okay, even the beryllium also shows some anomalous behavior with the corresponding elements. Okay, so what are the anomalous? Anomalous is just, you remember, that is it shows some different properties with the corresponding group elements. Okay, what are the group elements? Sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay, so what are those anomalous behavior? Right now we are going to see. Okay, right. So before going to that properties, just we should know that why the lithium showing the anomalous behavior. Why the lithium is showing the anomalous behavior is that it is due to its small size. Okay, so generally the second period elements here are generally small in size compared to the corresponding group elements. Okay, and because of its small size, it also has high polarizing power. Polarizing means it can influence the others very well. Okay, polarizing, it can disturb the others because of the high polarizing power. Okay, so these are the two reasons for the anomalous behavior of lithium. Okay, so that is the reason why generally the covalent character of lithium compounds increases. That means very simple. Due to these two things, generally the lithium compound shows the covalent character. Okay. So what do you know? Generally the first A group of compounds, like halides, hydroxides, carbonates, sulfates, anything. So generally these are ionic in nature. But come to the lithium, because of its small size and high polarization power, these compounds, the lithium compounds, are little bit covalent in nature. Okay, and so which is responsible to increase the solubility in organic solvents. Okay, again, generally the ionic compound soluble in the, you know that the ionic compound soluble in the polar solvents. Okay, if the compounds are covalent, then these covalent compound more soluble in the non-polar solvents. Examples are hexane, octane, petrol, kerosene. Okay, these are all non-polar solvents. Okay, so because of this covalent character, because of the covalent character of the lithium compounds, they mostly dissolves in the non-polar solvents. Okay, but come to the others, the first year group of elements, mostly these are ionic, and so that they dissolve in the polar solvents. solvents. Okay, right. And now we can see that some abnormal properties of the lithium. So first one is that generally you know that the first year group of elements are not that much of hard. Okay, these are very soft soft metal. Okay, you can also cut with the knife. But lithium, when you come to the lithium, it is little bit much harder element. Okay, compared to the all other corresponding group elements. Okay, so second thing, lithium is the least reactive. Okay, you know that the first year group of elements are highly reactive. Again, in that it is the least reactive. The lithium is least in reactivity. Okay, but it is strong reducing agent. It's a strong reducing agent. Okay, and one more thing is that generally all the alkali metals, when they react with the air, they can form their corresponding oxides, peroxides or superoxides. Okay, but here lithium, when it react with the air, it gives the lithium monoxide as well as the lithium nitride. Okay, that means it will react with the oxygen as well as with the nitrogen. Okay, but others cannot react with the nitrogen. Okay, you have to remember these things. Okay, next third point, because of its high hydration enthalpies, you know that generally lithium is a very small in size, so that it has a high hydration enthalpy, so that generally the lithium chloride found in the form of the hydrated form. Okay, so these lithium compounds available in the nature in the form of hydrated అంటే ఏంటి, వాటర్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ని కలిగి ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఎలోన్ గా లిథియం కాంపౌండ్స్ దొరకవు. దే అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ ద కాంబినేషన్ విత్ ద వాటర్ మాలిక్యూల్. ఎందుకు వాటర్ తో కలిగి ఉంటాయి అంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్స్ హై హైడ్రేషన్ ఎంథాల్పీస్. హైడ్రేషన్ ఎంథాల్పీ అంటే ఏంటి, అది వాటర్ తో కంబైన్ అవ్వడానికి ఎక్కువ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపెడుతుంది అన్నమాట. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్, రైట్. నెక్స్ట్, so lithium bicarbonate, generally it is a liquid in solution, but come to the other bicarbonates are solids. Okay, so this is a one more anomalous behavior. And next is that generally all the elements react with the proton containing compounds, right, like ethanol and ammonia and acetylene. Even మనం చదువుకున్నాం లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో. ఓకే, సో దట్ మెటల్ రియాక్ట్ విత్ ద ethylene and form sun compound. Okay, but come to the lithium, this cannot react with the ethylene. Okay, acetylene. Okay, acetylene, right. This is a one more different abnormal property. Next, come to the lithium nitrates. Generally the lithium nitrates on heating or decomposition, it gives or forms corresponding lithium monoxide. But come to the other nitrates. Other nitrate means M is nothing but sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay, so these nitrates on decomposition, they'll convert into the nitrites. Okay, so these are 8 nitrates and this is a nitrites, metal nitrites. Okay, these form the metal nitrites. You see the difference here. On decomposition of the lithium nitrate, it is forming the lithium monoxide, but come to the other nitrates, they are forming the nitrites. Okay, this is a one more. And come to the another point, generally the lithium fluoride and lithium monoxides are much less soluble in water than the corresponding. Generally the first year group of compound oxides, sodium oxide, sodium peroxide, or whatever the potassium superoxide, generally these are more soluble in water because those are the ionic compounds. But come to the lithium fluoride and lithium monoxide, these cannot, the solubility in the water will be very less because these are the covalent compounds. Okay, so this is all about the anomalous properties of lithium. It is a very, very important. Okay, right. And next, Again, due to that anomalous behavior of lithium, generally it has some diagonal relationship with the magnesium. Okay, you know that diagonal relationship. Okay, generally the lithium and beryllium, and come to that, here is a boron and aluminum, right? So generally the second period element of this has a diagonal relationship with the next group and next period element. Okay, so here lithium has a diagonal relationship with the magnesium, and beryllium has a diagonal relationship with aluminum, and boron has diagonal relationship with some silicon. Okay, these are things you learned in the classification of elements. That is in the second chapter. Okay, right. So because of this diagonal relationship, they have some they show some same kind of properties. Okay, so why? Okay, just before going to the properties, what are the properties that they have? Okay, we should know that why they are showing the similar, why they are diagonal in relationship. Okay, so that is due to that the similarity between the lithium and magnesium is due to their smaller atomic and ionic sizes. Okay, so why they are showing the similar properties, why they are in diagonal in relation, is that because of their small atomic size and ionic sizes, and those are almost same. Okay, look at here, the atomic radius. Lithium atomic radius is 152 picometers, and magnesium it is around 160 picometers. Okay, but there is no much difference here. Come to the ionic radius. Lithium plus it is 76 picometers, magnesium 2 plus it is around 72 picometers. Okay, so these have a similar kind of atomic and ionic radius. That is the reason why they shows the similar properties. Okay, right. So now we can see that what are the properties. Okay, the first one is that both lithium and magnesium are harder and lighter in the weight. Okay, you know that the lithium is a little bit harder, just now we have discussed. Okay, very similar to that, magnesium also harder and lighter substance. Okay, and next one, lithium and magnesium react slowly with the water. Okay, and both oxides, lithium monoxide and magnesium monoxides, and their corresponding hydroxide, lithium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide, are less soluble and decompose on heating. Less soluble in water, because generally these are the lithium compounds and magnesium compounds are little bit covalent in character. Okay, that is the reason why their solubility is less and they can easily decompose on heating. Okay, and the next one is that it is a very important, we have discussed in the last topic. Generally the lithium on reaction with the air, it forms the lithium monoxide and lithium oxide. Okay, just now we have seen here, right? Lithium on reaction with the air, it forms the lithium monoxide and lithium nitride. Okay, that means the lithium is reacting with the nitrogen, right? Okay, similarly magnesium also react with the nitrogen and form the magnesium nitride. Lithium react with the nitrogen, form the lithium nitride, and magnesium react with the nitrogen and form the magnesium nitrides. Okay, right. And next is that the lithium monoxides and magnesium monoxides cannot react with the oxygen. They cannot react with the oxygen and cannot form the any superoxides or peroxides. Superoxides and peroxide. Okay, so generally they'll stop at the monoxide formation. Okay, what here is going to say is that the lithium react with the oxygen and form only lithium monoxide, and further it cannot react with the more oxygen to form the Li2O2 or LiO2. Okay, these cannot form. Okay, here it stops here only. Okay, Similarly, the magnesium oxide also. Okay, and the next one is that the lithium carbonate and magnesium carbonate, both they can easily decompose and give the corresponding oxides and form the corresponding oxides. Lithium carbonate on decomposition give the lithium monoxide. Magnesium carbonate on decomposition form the magnesium monoxides. Okay. Similarly, the lithium bicarbonate, you know that the lithium bicarbonate is not a solid, it is a liquid. Similarly, even the magnesium bicarbonate also not a solid, it is also not a solid. Okay, and come to the lithium chloride. What the lithium chloride? Generally the lithium chlorides are covalent in character, so that those cannot dissolve into the water. And not only that, because of the low hydration enthalpies, generally the lithium chlorides are available in the form of hydrated. ఓకే, ఏం చదువుకున్నాం ఇందాక, లిథియం అనేది, లిథియంకి హైడ్రేషన్ ఎంథాల్పీస్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి అది ఎప్పుడు నేచర్లో కూడా హైడ్రేటెడ్ ఫామ్లోనే అవైలబుల్గా ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. సిమిలర్లీ ద మెగ్నీషియం క్లోరైడ్ ఆల్సో అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ ద హైడ్రేటెడ్ ఫామ్. ఓకే, and come to the lithium chloride and magnesium chloride. Again, these are the covalent in character, so that those are less soluble in the water, but they are soluble in the ethanols. Okay, so these are the some similar properties of the lithium and magnesium, so that you can say these two are diagonal in relationship. Okay, so this is all about the first year group of elements. Okay.